All right, hello everyone, and welcome to the Iron Lions mini campaign of for Extra Life of Cyberpunk Red. Now, if this is your first time tuning in, we're playing what is known as a tabletop RPG, which you may know like Dungeons and Dragons. Now, as I said, we are running this as part of Extra Life, and if you don't know what that is, it's a children's charity event where all donations go towards helping out local hospitals and local communities, and every little bit helps. So, the other good news is that all donations are also tax deductible. And if you're interested in helping with that sort of thing, there should be links below the stream. Now, I do have two things to say before we have the players introduce themselves. The first is that some of the players are relatively new to tabletop role playing to begin with. We're also fairly all new to Cyberpunk Red. So expect us to go over the rules and other stylistic matters and basically look up a lot of things. So if you're expecting high level play, maybe we'll get there. Um, but the general idea though is that we're doing this for fun. We're not trying to be like uber correct. So if we break canon, it'll happen. The
Yeah.
the other thing I would say is that I personally will not be monitoring chat like a normal VTubing stream because I literally have 30 windows open right now. I can only look at so many things. But my players are free to engage with you guys as much as you want. But the main focus for me is going to be on the game itself. But don't worry, if somebody donates to Extra Life, I will, of course, announce that at least. And I'll also try to catch up on alerts during the break. But with that said, let's go around and have each of the players introduce themselves and their characters, at least in name form. We'll save the description for when we start proper. So let's start with Irie.
Hello, everyone. I'm Myri. I'm going to be playing Demi on this campaign, and I've played quite a bit of tabletop RPGs, and I'm very excited for this playthrough.
Yay.
All right, Yuma, you're up next.
Hi, everybody. My name is Yuma Yamano, and I am the leader of the Iron Lions. Hi. I will be
Yuma.
playing. Hi. What's up, Case? I will be playing the Bows, and you may recognize her description from a certain avatar that you might be seeing right now. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with tabletop RPGs. I played a couple in the past, but please be patient with me while I learn and figure things out.
All right, Case, you're up next.
I've got a breadstick in my mouth. Can I get a second?
Breadsticks. Yeah, I guess I'll talk a little bit more about myself.
Okay.
Nice.
Very professional show we've got going on. Hi, I'm Case. I'll be playing Alcove. I occasionally do things.
All right, and then Suki.
Hello, I'm Tsuki. As I always say, I'm a fucking mess. Oh, sorry. And I'm gonna be playing Rumpo. He's a personal detective. He's kind of gloomy, and yeah.
Cool, cool. And with that, we're going to push this shiny button to put on the official Cyberpunk shades. And we're going to go ahead and run the intro.
For that. Dude,
Yeah,
Most
yeah,
definitely. All right, and we're back. And I'm going to start off with a little bit of a setting monologue, so bear with me for a moment. So, it is 2045, also known as the Time of the Red. Night City is in the last few years of a recovery period after the Fourth Corporate War. All manner of megacorps and other factions are doing their best to carve out chunks of the city for their own. Now, for daily life for normal people, it's mostly returned to normal. Whatever that actually means for Night City denizens. Most citizens are still languishing in overpopulated have blocks, many still barely enough to make ends meet to even afford kibble, which is the staple food in Cyberpunk. It's here, during a rainstorm on a chilly fall evening, that our story begins. Now, the Iron Lions band, put together by the enigmatic individual known as Boss, has been asked to come to a nightclub on the edge of the combat zone. Though the details you have are few in nature, you do know that a substantial amount of ebb, or money, is on the line. Specifically, your contact has already told you that they are willing to pay up to 10,000 ebb up front just for doing the job, with a significant bonus upon completion. As that sort of money can get the Iron Lions their own apartment and let them eat something besides kibble for a month or two, it's definitely lucrative. Like, this could be your big break. So you just have to hope now that the colloquially known Mr. Johnson isn't the kind that's going to screw you guys over. So we're going to switch scenes here in Roll20 as I describe what you all are seeing. So, all of you have arrived at the quote unquote Rusty Bucket nightclub. Now, the reason it's called that is above the door, there is literally an old, like, pail with a few bullet holes and rust covering the outside. As far as nightclubs go, they are, I would say, medium sized, maybe small to medium sized. But what's really catching your attention is even here on the street, you can feel and hear the bass. Like, there is just heavy thumping that you can hear. Now, to get in, the front door is covered by a bouncer and a line of individuals. Now, I don't have tokens for all the individuals, but basically imagine this entire space here that I'm pinging is filled with would-be club goers. Now, the good news is that there is a covering over the line, so they're not just sitting out in the rain. But you all, not so much. How you got here is up to you, but now that our characters are on screen, why don't we go through and talk a little bit about their physical description and anything you'd like the viewers to know? So let's start with the token at the top and work our way down. So, Irie, tell us a little bit about Demi.
All right. You want the physical description, correct?
Yes, please.
All right. Demi has pink hair. She's got a few exotic add-ons that she got a few years back. She's got two horns. One was broken, and she's got a tail that ends in a fluffy sort of pink end. And she is not that tall. She's about average, and she wears like very gothic, very punk clothes.
All
And
right,
she has many tattoos on her body.
got it. And you're the nomad, correct?
Yes, I am the nomad.
Excellent. All right, Alcove, tell us a little bit about yourself.
To contrast Demi's whole exotic appearance, Alcove is entirely just a normal dude in a like hoodie, a t-shirt, and the only thing that really stands out as being like different from just regular human is his hair's been dyed blue for reasons.
Well, cool. And you are playing a fixer, correct?
Correct. I am.
Excellent.
I know all the things.
And up next, tell us a little bit about Boss Yuma.
All right, so you see an exotic lioness with her ears proudly pointed up. Her huge ponytail in the back flares out like a lion's mane. She's wearing a leather jacket that's kind of a crop top that has a fluffy collar to almost accentuate the toppy poofiness of her head. She has her midriff showing because she don't give no F's about that. And the cold doesn't bother her that much. She has purple jeans, purple denim pants with leather boots on, as well as a yellow and pink Stratocaster on her back that also has little trinkets on it, which usually actually affects her playing. But there's a little demon wing on it, as well as a puppy and a sort of it looks just like a couple of feathers, but it's supposed to be like magical girl feathers, and those trinkets are like hanging off the back of it.
Very cool, very cool. And then last but not least, tell us a little bit about Rampo Suki.
Hey, Rambo is he's a really gloomy guy. His distinctive appearance trait, I guess, is his hair. It's out his hair and his glare because it's always on his face. He doesn't bother cutting it or stylishing it. So he always has fierce look in his eyes, although he's always how can I say, not depressed, but like he's a monotone kind of person. And you usually see him wearing an overcoat, typically seen used by detectives and stuff like that. He also carries a locket with a picture of his family.
Very nice. I'm sure nothing bad will happen to that family. Not in Cyberpunk.
course.
Certainly not.
Oh, of course not.
Certainly not.
Oh
That'd be just
no!
truly tragic and poetic.
All right, so to sort of set the scene a little bit more now that we have a physical description. So again, there's that rusty bucket above the nightclub door. The rain is starting to come down a little bit heavier than usual. Like before it was like a nice like light drizzle. Now it's really starting to come down. And one of the unique features about the time of the red is that it's not normal rain. It's actually more like a blood red or a crimson. So let's just say those of you with white in your outfits, you've either gotten some extra work done to make sure it doesn't bleed in and stain, or you're very much equipped with bleach back at your apartment, abode, wherever you live. But my main question for you all is, how do you want to get inside? Would you like to go and try to get through the bouncer at the front? Would you like to go around the side, see if there's a back entrance? The world is literally your oyster. So open floor, what would you guys like to do?
Just for context, we
Yes.
we were hired to play here. Wait,
So,
remind me
yes,
again.
I knew I was forgetting something. Apologies. I'm a little nervous if you can't tell.
No, you're fine, totally.
Totally good.
So when you were given information about the Rusty Bucket, one of the things that you were told is that you're looking for an individual known as Bells. You know that she is an exotic, and that she is supposed to be stylized in almost like a bunny gal type outfit. You know that she will connect you with Mr. Johnson, and then future details of the job will be discussed that way. But you don't have a physical description other than what I just said. So if there's multiple bunny gals, you're just gonna have to do a little bit of poking around.
We'll just have to find out ourselves.
Mhm.
Bells, huh? I
Okay.
see.
There's
Uh, I think I'll start, and I'll just want to scope out the place. Like,
Okay.
see if it's more trouble to go in the back or the front.
Okay.
Since
I
we
mean, we
have
can
part
always
of war on, we can't really see what else is there.
I mean, we could always just approach the bouncer and tell them that we're looking for a bell. Maybe something will work.
I'm fine if they're expecting us. Then I'm fine with approaching the bouncer as well. But like having a look first is probably
Yeah.
just to see what the mood of the crowd is a good idea.
Mhm.
So, all you need to do is just move your token around and just don't go running past the bouncer, but feel free to explore the map. And as you
Okay,
move,
sweet.
I will describe what you're seeing.
Okay, I'll go with alcove here.
All right,
Oh,
so
this
of
is so
course,
cool.
The fog of war is so cool.
yeah, I toggled it real quick so that you could see everything. But yeah, as you're approaching the back alley and you slip through, as you sort of see, it's a very cramped
Miscellaneous
alleyway, maybe only like a couple meters apart. And as you round the back corner of the alleyway, you do see that there's kind of like a flickering LED light uh, above a back door, which is marked staff only.
Mm. I have a question about time. Are we
Yes.
like early for the show? Are we late? Are we like how much time do we have before the scheduled time is supposed to be?
I would say that you were just told that Bells would be here from X to Y time,
Got
and
it.
you're somewhere closer to X than Y.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk in the back.
Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
you try the staff door.
Yep.
All right, so you reach out your hand, you pull the handle, it is locked. However, in case any of you wish to try lockpicking it, what you will notice is it seems to be just a simple tumbler lock, which could possibly be picked, but it would require a test.
Hmm.
Which skill would that require again?
I would say that this would more than likely fall under some form of stealth, or perhaps some form of, let's see, might even just be a straight dex.
I mean, but do we need to? I mean, we're
I
kind of.
I don't think we need to.
Yeah, like we haven't even tried just walking in through the front door.
Alcove, they're expecting us already. Come on, let's go back.
Let's go back.
All right. So as you get back up to the front again, what you notice is that the line has not moved at all. As in
That's
the
probably gonna be a
bouncer,
problem.
yeah, the bouncer has not let a single soul into the nightclub at this point. Like, there's probably people inside, but he hasn't let anyone new in.
Um,
How much money do we have on ourselves?
I would say that each of you will start off with 1,000 ebb.
in terms of like value, what does that mean?
It basically if I remember correctly, it basically translates to the yen, more or
Okay,
less.
got it. So it's like $10.
Yeah,
So we've
it's
got
like
$10.
We got $10.
I mean, I don't carry more than $10 on me. I didn't need to. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So I see, like, so this whole area has people tokens in it, right? So
yes.
I'd like to try to yell over to the bouncer and say, "Hey, we're supposed to get inside."
And the bouncer actually doesn't even look in your direction.
Can I put? Okay.
Do you know who we are? We're supposed to play tonight.
And at this, the bouncer, with his own sort of dark shades on, he just very slowly turns to you and sighs and says, "Okay, you are supposed to be here. What is name? I will check list."
All you got to know is that we got to see bells.
I do not know the spells.
Can I just give him like $10?
You wanna slip him some $10? Sure.
I mean, I've got a bonus points to bribery, so why not? Like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's make that our first roll then. Go ahead and roll me your bribery.
Where is my? Okay, there's the macro.
All right, a
Hey,
17.
Ooh.
We're on
So-
the list. Don't worry. Or at least I am.
Yeah.
Just
So what I would
I've only got $10. I don't think that'll work for all four of us.
Well, actually, what I would say is that I had just made the difficulty of 14, and I guess I should talk about that for a little bit. So each task that you do is going to be versus a difficulty value or a DV. Now, usually I'm going to keep that secret, but sometimes I'll tell you what it is. And if you know it, basically what you're trying to do is beat that number. So, for example, if I say that the difficulty is 10, then you have to get an 11 or higher on the dice. But since the DC was only a 14, the bouncer just sort of looks at you, Alcove, sees the offered $10, just sort of takes it, maybe tests to make sure it's legit currency, nods, slips it away, and says, "Welcome to Rusty Bucket. Behave self." And he steps
Will do.
aside.
Nice. I
love this
quickly
guy.
follow behind Alcove so that he doesn't stop us from all going.
Same. I'm just like right behind them.
All
Yeah.
right,
I gotta
stop
say, you're
there.
paying for drinks.
Yeah, stop there, Alcove, so I can describe what's going on when you enter. Also, Irie, are you able to see everybody moving now?
No, I can't.
That is really weird.
Yes.
I'll
Maybe try
troubleshoot that in a
refreshing?
bit.
Is this code check?
Yes, this is code check. Let me just check one thing real quick, because I
Sure.
think what might have happened is I forgot to give her vision. Does it work now, Irie?
I can try refreshing.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead for a
Like-
refresh.
When I refresh, the tokens update to their position, to their actual position. But
Hmm.
I don't know if I can see people moving.
Oh, I could try moving out for a sec.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's test that real quick, because
that?
that could become important.
You're just there, like right in front of me.
Right in front of you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, technical issues. Of course, every stream has to start with one. I'll troubleshoot that in a bit. But yeah, so
I'll
the
just keep
code
following
check.
people.
So the code check, there is a very bored-looking woman in some form of a nightclub getup. So for Night City and Cyberpunk, what that basically means is she actually kind of looks like what Yuma or Boss has going on.
Nice.
where it's that leather jacket with a crop t-shirt, exposed midriff, jeans that are probably one size too small,
Nice.
and I would say thigh-high boots. And as you come
Nice.
inside, she just sort of looks over you all lazily and says, "Ah, more exotics. Apparently it's exotic night. Fun." Well, let me just say two things because I have to. Number one, don't shoot people. If you shoot people, we're going to shoot you. Rule two, if you break it, you buy it. So keep that in mind. And then she just sort of motions for you to continue. And in that same sort of passive, like, I don't want to be here voice, she says, "Have a nice night."
Is there, okay, so I'd like to talk to her or get a bit more, like actually start up a conversation with her. So is there a way I can perceive if she's like receptive to that kind of thing? She seems kind of bored.
Certainly can. I would say that this would be a human perception roll.
Okay, I have a 5 on that. So how do I actually do that in the game?
If you open up the character sheet,
Uh-huh.
if
Oh
you
god,
click
I
under,
have something.
Oh, okay. Click
Yeah.
on that actually.
there's a thing.
Okay,
Nice,
a
nice.
13. I would say that it's immediately obvious that she is entirely disinterested and she's already like pulling out her agent. Agent is basically a fancy word for phone in this setting. But she's already pulling out her agent and like looking away from you. But I would say, boss, if you wanted to turn on the charm, couldn't hurt.
All right. I'm gonna lean against the counter, and I'm gonna be like, so. Hang on, let me think about this for a second. Okay, so.
So yes.
We're the band that's playing tonight. Do you know where I might be able to find the other exotics that are in here?
And there's a moment where you wonder if she's like flat out ignoring you because she doesn't look up at you or reply right away. But after she does something on her agent, she finally looks up to you and says, Are you the Osmium Ocelots? They're the ones scheduled for tonight."
Yeah, totally. Haven't you seen our like band posters before? This is exactly like we're definitely
This is what we look like.
Haven't you seen our band posters before? Yeah, for sure. We're the ones playing tonight.
Yeah, and then like slightly stand behind Yuma to like say like, yeah, like I'm totally part of this.
Okay. So this is definitely going to be a persuasion roll here.
Okay.
Simply because you are not actually the Osmium Ocelots.
Right. But that's okay. So I'll click. Wait, who's doing the rolls?
Let's see. Let's have you do it, boss.
Okay. Hey.
A 23. Interesting.
Nice roll.
For transparency's sake, I will say that the difficulty was 22.
Hey.
Wow.
You just made the difficulty.
Just barely.
So, Coat Check Lady, I probably should actually give her a name. Coat Check Lady actually pays a little bit more attention now, and she actually looks at you as if actually interested now and says, "Huh, okay. You seem more like a lion than an ocelot, but hey, what do I know? They're all cats, right?"
I give her a wink.
You
Give her
tried.
a smug look.
Smug Yuma.
I just stand there looking at like, the whole thing like, can we just get in already? I really wanna
Yeah.
really get over with this.
So, Coat Check Lady actually reaches behind the counter and pulls out a lanyard. Well, 4 lanyards. Each on each of the lanyards is what is essentially like an ID badge. But instead of like ID on it, it just says VIP on it.
Yes.
Oh my god. Nice.
Awesome.
Oh.
I am gonna take one of the lanyards from her and like with that still shit-eating grin on my face and smug ass expression, I'm gonna say so what's your name?
It's Alicia.
Alicia. What a pretty name. What are you doing after the show, Alicia?
She sort of stares at you like she doesn't know how to process that. And then she just reaches behind the desk again, pulls out a piece of paper, scribbles something on it, and slides it over.
Good job,
And
boss.
she just winks. She just literally slides the number over and winks at you.
Awesome. I take the number, I tuck it into my my leather jacket pocket, and I kind of give her a smirk while I start walking off, and I like tilt my head to say that everybody should follow after me.
Right?
Yeah, I
I'll
imagine
do- I'll-
everyone took a lanyard as well.
Yeah, everybody got a lanyard.
Mhm.
Nice. This is
Uh,
amazing.
would look over to Boz and just say in a monotone like, you need to drop this habits of you.
I love it.
We're running out of space in the apartment.
Hey man, it works. It works.
We don't even have an apartment, but we're still running out of space.
That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. This is covertly
Yeah.
I'm trying to whisper.
And instead of reprimanding her, I'm just like, nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a few steps ahead,
Mhm.
and I guess I'll stand right here and be like, all right, let's figure this thing out. Let's find who we need to find.
All right, so let me point out a few things now that you can see the dance floor and the club proper. So the way the club is set up is that it has a central dance area with laser lights, LEDs, and a bunch of fancy light shows going on. The dance floor itself is packed with a throng of bodies undulating to the music. All right, music. Let me turn on the terrible, terrible club music, quote unquote, because no club is good without it. Also, stream, do let me know if this is too loud. I can certainly turn it down. All right, so now we've got the club music going. Around the dance floor are 4 booths that you can sort of see. 2 are currently taken by what might be a couple, or at least a guy and a gal each. The other thing you would notice is that towards the back of the dance floor, near the wall, there is a DJ area or a place where a band could set up. And then sort of offshooting off of the dance floor itself, there's kind of a raised platform. And on the platform is quite literally a stripper pole. And dancing on said pole is a bunny gal.
All right.
All right.
Am I able to like sniff around? Well, sorry. Go ahead, Heidi. Do your thing.
I just wanted to like get deeper into the club and just like take a look around at like just take a better look at people who are like not dancing at the moment.
Okay. So why don't you go ahead and roll me let's call this just a flat perception here.
All right, let me do that.
Yep.
Perception.
A 15. So I'm going to point out a few things. I'm going to use the special DM tool to do this. So I don't think the stream's going to see this, but it'll be cool for the players to see this. So if you'll direct your attention. Oh, I can't see that. Hold on. Can you see that? No, you can't see that either. Ah, geez. Give me a moment here. I got to pick a color you guys can actually see.
You're fine.
All right. Okay, so over here, where I'm exploding the Golden Nova, is
Oh, the
the
bathrooms are
bathrooms.
exploding, not again.
Yep. So you got bathrooms there. Over here, to the right side of the club, are what could be VIP booths, or at least secondary VIP. They're sort of squared in booths rather than sort of the open style near the dance floor. Over here, past the stripper pole, there is a door that leads into the back, and that definitely says VIPs only on it. And I think that's all I have to point out what you're seeing right now. Oh, right, people who are here. So most of the crowd is actually not exotic. They seem to be just your average Joe Schmoes or Mary Sue's, or not Mary Sue's. You know what I mean. Basically,
Yeah.
standard
like average
female,
people.
standard male, and
Just
there's a
default
few
people.
that are androgynous in between,
Oh,
because, Cyberpunk's inclusive. But I would say the only bunny gal you're seeing is the one currently dancing on that pole.
oh.
Yeah, and I would like to approach her. If nobody, if
So what
nobody
I-
else wants to take the initiative.
Okay. So, as you approach the raised platform where she is, like all strippers in every club, or so I assume, there's of course a throng of thirsty men and women and more, basically throwing dollar bills onto the stage, and otherwise, doing that thing where you slip it between the thong. You know what's going on.
Yeah.
But my question is, how are you going to approach her, Demi? Are you going to pretend to be one of the, I don't want to say thirsty individuals, but I feel like that's a good word.
Like, how close could I technically get?
I would say that without pushing anyone out of the way, you could get within about a meter or maybe somewhere closer to 2 meters to the stage. But to get right up to the stage, you would have to push past people.
Yeah, I think I would slightly push people if they're in my way to get close enough to ask her, "Hey, cutie, I'm looking for bells. Could you be her?"
And in a very how do I say this? In a voice you weren't quite expecting. It's actually a very refined accent, which I'm going to butcher completely.
Oh.
She does one of those lower dips just to get sort of at eye level with you and says, "Hello, love. Are you who I'm supposed to be meeting tonight?"
Was that an attempt? Was that
That's good.
going
That's
yellow
good.
love? Just made me picture her doing a Cockney accent.
Hello.
Hello, love.
Sorry,
love?
what did you say after hello, love?
Are you the ones I'm supposed to be meeting here tonight?
We sure are.
Right, let me finish up my my stage show here. Of course, if you see anything you like, I always accept tips. And she winks.
I'll think about it, and then I wink back at her.
The currency is in form of paper or coins or like.
It's nebulous. It really is just whichever form you would prefer it in.
Okay.
And since you
Pretty
have found
cool.
bells, I will actually put her nameplate on.
Nice.
Nice.
But yeah. So after that, Demi, do you stay to continue to watch the show? Do you grab your friends?
Yeah, I would tell everyone and then have them come over here and then try to figure out what exactly we were doing. Because we were supposed to meet her to talk about something, and she said she just needed a moment to finish up, right?
Oh, okay. Well, she's still finishing up, so I'm gonna. The stage is like over where the DJ box is, right?
Yeah, that's that sort of light blue area that has those purple ramps up to it.
Okay. I'm just gonna. She's boss is gonna be standing kind of by the entrance, like. Yeah, before I had my token over here, but I want to put her keep her by the entrance and be kind of looking at the stage in a sort of longing sort of way, like I wish I could be up there. and really that's just for what she's thinking right now. So if Demi calls her over, then I'll move over.
All right.
Demi
I see
calls-
Alcove. You've gone exploring. What are you doing up there, Alcove?
I'm gonna blend in the best way by making friends with 2 random street scums.
It's always a good one.
Yeah, never
let's
know.
let's play it out a little bit. So as you come up to the side of the booth, the gentleman sort of looks at you, and maybe I'll describe him a little bit. He's wearing standard street clothes, so it's Cyberpunk. So
Yeah.
not the leather jacket thing, but maybe more of a stylized graphic tee that's been ripped, quote unquote, artfully. He has on a bowler cap for some reason, and he has basically like a 5 o'clock shadow going on. But he turns to you and says, "The hell you want?"
Like the cap, how much?
He sort of looks at you, narrows his eyes, takes off the cap, and says, "You got 100?"
So we started out. If my character sheet's right, we started out with 100. I gave 10.
Start off with 1,000.
Oh, I started out with 1,000.
Yes.
That's
Wait, so you
incredible.
bribed the guy with 10 ebb?
I bribed him down with $10.
Dude, he can do anything with $10.
Wow.
Take it. I just said
10 cents? Okay. All right.
Well, that's the thing. So you hold out your cash, and the guy looks at it, and then he just starts laughing, and he says, "No, no, no. 100,000."
Oh.
Oh.
$1,000 for a
I
hat.
think I know what that is. What that's for. That's kind of interesting.
100,000 for a cheap ass hat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How best to resolve it?
Well, hmm.
But yeah. So Alcove, do you
I'm
just
trying
sort
to
of,
think of a way to respond to that.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
and it honestly might be something where you're so stunned about how to react to that the guy actually just sort of takes the initiative and puts his cap back on and sort of turns back to his woman companion and says, "What a fucking tosser."
Hey, I was the one who's willing to pay for a $5 hat, $100 for that.
And then before we gather everyone up, Suki, what is Rampo doing while all this is going on?
He is basically just watching over the club. The atmosphere doesn't really fit with him. He is really bothered by the loud music, and he has that grumpy look in his eyes, and so on. But he does want to to get something to drink to at least put his mind out of this uncomfortable situation.
Okay, let's play that out a little bit. So actually, on that corner of the map you're in right now, there is a bar against the wall, and behind it is a rather, shall we say, effeminate-looking individual. I will leave their actual gender a mystery for the time being. But as you approach, they say in a very confusing voice, "What can I get you, sweetie?"
Do you have scotch?
She sort of, he or she or they, we'll use they. I think they is appropriate. They sort of smile and say, "Honey, I have scotches, whiskeys, malt liquor. I have many things. You're going to have to be a little bit more specific."
Glass of whiskey, please. Don't need much.
All right, so she pulls out like a shot glass, grabs a bottle of whiskey, and pours you 2 fingers worth of liquor into the shot glass.
Great, amazing. Thank you. You would just like accept the drink and don't interact much with what's her name again?
Do you mean Demi or?
Oh no, the bar person.
She never gave you one. You never asked.
Ah.
Hey,
Oh, the bar is back there. I see.
Yes.
where is it? Actually, I didn't
Like
find
where you're standing, right?
Where you are, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he would just casually ask her name or his name. I don't know.
Their name.
Their name, yeah.
Their name, yeah.
It's one of those things where in Cyberpunk, it's people don't mind as much. Like, not that it's not a big deal to get it right, but they're a lot more chill about it, is what I would say. But what they say is, well, my name is Aaron.
Oh.
Ooh, a gender neutral name too.
Yeah.
Well, nice to meet you. Do you work here for a long time?
Actually
Already?
just started 2 weeks ago. It's been kind of lonely.
I see. That's not really my kind of environment.
Yeah, honestly, it's starting to grow on me though.
Really. He would just sip and not talk anymore.
Nice. All right, so because you are literally doing a shot of whiskey, I am gonna need you to roll me something. I need you to roll me. Trying to think what I can have you roll here that would be appropriate. Roll me your body, please.
Body. Oh.
Makes sense. Resistance to.
Give me a sec. Actions.
How would you do that? Do you just click on it or?
You should be able to just click on it.
Yeah, they should have macros in the character sheet for that.
Where's
If
There
you
are
go
some for the
under the
skills. I don't
actions-
know.
Skills. Yeah, I'm gonna do
I
it.
found it.
Let
Body
me see.
skills, athletics, and stealth.
Yeah, now that I look at the sheet again, he changed it from when I last looked at this. So let's see. Let's call this an athletics, because it
Alright.
seems the closest to what we want here. All right, a 20. Well, with a 20, you put back the liquor, and you're doing just fine.
Nice.
Hey.
Nice.
All right, so as Demi gets everybody together, you sort of all turn towards Bells, and Bells finishes her set with one of those maneuvers where she does a 360 around a pole, then uses the pressure between her thighs to grip the pole, and does one of those bending over backwards type things until her bunny ears actually touch the stage floor. And everybody around just starts clapping and throwing more money her way. And then she sort of announces, "That's all, loves. I have important business, but come back later." And of course, there's some guys and gals that are like, "Oh, we love you, Bells. We love you." But Bells collects her winnings and hops off the stage and motions for you all to follow her into the actual doored VIP area in the back.
I catch sight of that immediately and and follow very quickly behind her.
I would just finish the drink and just
Or
follow along.
I make sure to get a good look at this guy's face because I want that hat later because he's not scamming me out of $100,000 for a hat.
I don't know. Stranger things have happened. All right, so
actually, before
yes.
heading all the way there, I also want to stop by the bar to get some
numbers.
so.
So you are.
Just want to say hi to the bartender.
Aaron just sort of looks at you and says, "Well, you're interesting. What can I get for you?"
Hello. What's your favorite drink? You tell me what you recommend.
Well, to be honest, I'm a fan of White Russian, if you know what that is.
Ooh, I love White Russians. That's like vodka, milk, and Coke. Is that right?
Vodka, milk, and Kahlua.
Kahlua. That's what it is. Perfect. Well, gotta be ready for the show tonight. So I'm all for it. Hit me up.
All right. And she pulls out another glass, mixes the vodka, the milk, and the Kahlua, and then she throws in a few ice cubes for good measure, twirls it around so that it becomes a nice sort of, not pure white, but a sort of darker green color. And she slides it over and says, "On the house for the VIP."
Oh, thank you so much. And I didn't hear the conversation between her and Rampo, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay, so I'll ask her the same question. Have you been working here for a long time?
Couple weeks.
Couple weeks? What can you tell me about the lovely lady who was dancing on the stage there?
Oh, the bunny gal.
Yeah.
She's
very talented.
Oh, don't get me wrong. You should come here on Tuesdays. She puts on quite the show then.
Oh, so she performs a lot, huh?
Oh, yeah. She's a regular here, but between you and me, and she sort of leans in conspiratorially over the bar, I think she's also an edge runner on the side, because she looks way too fancy sometimes, but maybe that's just me being a little bit judgmental.
Good to know. Or at least interesting thought. What's your name?
I'm Aaron.
Aaron. Ooh, how do you spell that, Aaron?
I'd like
Don't
you to
worry,
roll me
I'll-
a persuasion, Yuma.
Sure.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion because I find it funny.
Sure. Let me pull my character sheet again. Give me a sec. Persuasion.
Yeah, you got it with a 23. You got it. So
Awesome, 23.
what she actually does, and please let me know if this is going too far, she actually leans forward, and on your stomach, she writes ERIN.
Perfect.
Wow.
I'll remember that. Thank you.
Mm.
And then I take the drink. I give her a little cheers, and then I start following after the others.
Alrighty. So, because of how dynamic lighting works, I'm just going to drag you guys into the room.
Hi.
All right, there you go. You should now be in the room proper.
Demi. Oh, there you go.
I guess I have to
Demi disappeared.
refresh.
Yeah, Demi.
I guess
Something's
I
going
have
on
to
with Demi.
refresh.
There we go. All right. So, the VIP room, I'm actually going to turn off the music because in here, you can't hear anything outside the club or out in the club at all. Like, it is a drastic difference between what you just were in and now. It's very silent, very quiet. Obviously, this room is soundproofed. There's a myriad of couches that fill the area, along with a refreshment bar. Or what is it, a mini bar that is somewhat stocked here as well. And Bells actually just sort of moves over to one of the couches, crashes down, and says, "Right, you're here for the drug busting, yeah?
Yes, we had to do the job for Mr. Johnson.
Yes, Mr. Johnson. One moment." And she pulls out her agent, dials a number, holds it to her ear, and says, "Yeah, I got them right in front of me. Put you on speaker? All right, cool." And then over the speaker of the phone, you hear the following. "All right, this thing on?
Yes, it is on.
We hear you.
We hear you.
Excellent, cool. So here's the job. Oh, wait. All right, here's the job.
Oh, wow.
No
Nice.
way.
So let's just say that there is a nasty little street drug that is currently going around. You might have heard of it. It is colloquially known as Emerald City. And my employers are interested in taking this drug off of the streets.
All right. How
In
can we
which
help with
particular
that?
manner?
Sorry, a little crosstalk there. Let's start with what was Demi saying?
How can we help with that?
Got it. So he answers, well, the good news is that this should be a fairly simple job. Normally it's hard to get any drug off the black market in Night City, but you're in luck. As far as I know, there's only one supplier for Emerald City, and it's a new poser gang known as the Yellow Brick Road, who, for whatever stupid fucking reason, have body sculpted themselves to look like characters from The Wizard of Oz. I don't get it, but, you know, people are gonna be people. In terms of how I'd like you to handle this operation, Bells, if you'd be so kind. And Bells says, "Of course, boss," and actually reaches below one of the couch cushions, pulls it up, and you see that there's a very large duffel bag underneath that she pulls out, places in front of all of you, unzips it, and inside you see a bunch of C9 detonators. So C9 is
that's the main-
basically
what we're
Fancer
doing.
C4.
Bunch of
Do you know?
explosives.
Do you know if their only production facility is in their territory, or if they've outsourced to other people that will have to hit as well?
Turn my other voice changer back on. As far as I know, they're based out of a singular facility. I can give you the directions to it. You're still at the Rusty Bucket, yeah?
Yes.
All right, what you want to do, and he basically gives you turn left here, go this many blocks, turn right here, etc., etc.
All right.
But yeah, your job's going to be to blow the place sky high, make sure that no one leaves with samples of the drug. Other than you all, my employer is very much interested in getting a sample of the drug for reasons that you don't need to know. And if you are able to bring back 40 kilos of the drug, I will award you an additional 7,000 ebb.
How thoroughly do you want the building gone?
Well, you see that amount of C9?
Yes.
I think that answers the question.
I'm sure that's
I
gonna be
just
fun.
Alright,
I just
boss.
wanted to make sure we were on the same page.
Right, Bells, you have the deets for the transfer, right?
Yeah, boss. You want me to give him the 10,000 ebb now?
Take me off speaker for a moment. You and I need to have a quick chat.
So she takes them off speaker, kind of goes into a corner and has a hushed conversation. If any of you want to try and listen in, this would be a perception roll.
I do
You
want
would
to try
try?
to listen in. I have cat
Mm.
ears mods.
Oh yeah,
Like,
she does.
any additional extras?
All right, so Alcove, your total is a 7. You don't hear many things.
Let me try.
Perception. I see it.
All right, a 17 for boss.
Can we all try?
Perception.
Yeah, everybody
Human
can try.
Perception, right? Oh,
Yeah,
no.
perception.
Ours isn't. Okay.
All right. I just sit back on the couch and keep out.
Oh, real quick, as I think we're just missing Iries. We just got $100 donation to Extra Life.
Yes,
Ooh,
extra life
nice.
hype, everybody! Wow,
Yeah,
Thank you
so
so much.
Thanks so much.
saving the kids
Yeah.
$100 at a time.
so yeah, that came from a responsible senpai. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you,
Aw, thanks,
responsible.
senpai. We
Thank you.
noticed you, or you noticed
Yes.
us, rather.
All right. So Irie, are you listening in, or are you just gonna chill back?
No, I'm just gonna chill back and have a hit of my smoke.
Okay. And good news is that literally anywhere in Night City, like there is not like a smoking-free zone, so go for it.
Yeah, I know.
So let's see. So Boss and Rampo, you're both gonna hear the following. Alcove, you don't. So the conversation goes something like this. Yeah, they seem all right. Yeah, they're exotics. What of it? I mean, I'm Boss. I'm an exotic. We've been over this.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, go ahead.
okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, that was a joke. You are shit at jokes. Let me tell you. We'll have a conversation later. All right, yeah, I'll transfer them the money. All right, thanks, boss. And then she hangs up and actually turns to you with a big smile and says, all right, well, my employer has authorized me to transfer 10,000 EBS to your account immediately. He did make a very, shall we say, interesting point that if you do not do this job or you run off with the money or anything of the sort, let's just say he will reacquire the money.
Oh.
While they were having that conversation, just my ears and like back kind of perk up when I heard them talking about when she said, "Are exotics?" Yeah, they're exotics. It's like just a little trigger moment where it's like exclamation points. That's just I just wanted to add that as a character.
That's good. I like little flavor things like that. But yeah, what I would say is that all of you, your agents beep, and you look at your bank accounts, and you are 10,000 ebb richer. Each.
Oh, that's a lot better than I thought. I thought it was divided between
time
two.
to add that to the.
Okay, I add it to my character sheet, right?
I'm like just like kind of like okay,
Where
like
do-
this is nice. Like I'm not like too excited. I'm just kind of
And
almost
990.
jaded.
Actually, did that cyber audio amped hearing add +1 to my sound check? I mean,
Yeah,
just in case. Okay,
I
sweet.
factored that in already for you.
Nice, thank you. Okay, so where do I even write my money?
Should be a.
I put it under gear, just under gear 1.
Gear 1? Oh, okay. I'll put it under gear 9 because it'll be the last one then.
Right.
Okay, so
So we started off with
11,000
10,000. So
ebb now.
wait,
Yeah.
how much did we start off with?
With
1,000.
1,000. So
I think you have what 100. If we were to take it out of yen terms, you would have what is it? $100?
110 bucks.
$110 unless you spend some.
109
Nice.
bucks.
But yeah,
Wait.
as you're all gleefully looking at your phones, Bells sort of hops off the couch she was sitting on and says, "All right, loves, I'm gonna go back and work the poll unless any of you have anything else for me."
You gonna flirt with her too, boss?
I definitely am.
I'm gonna say that out loud too, just in front of Belle.
I think Bells
Okay,
literally
I
looks
won't-
in your direction expectantly.
Yeah, and I kind of say like, yeah, of course she is.
Adampa is just standing there, crossing his arms and looking.
I will kind of take a step closer and wiggle my ears at her.
Nice. Go ahead and roll me your cool, please. So a D10.
Oh, nice.
Just roll a D10 plus your cool score. And
9.
the way you do that is you type in Roll20, you type /roll space 1D10 plus whatever your cool is.
Okay, +9.
Okay, a 12. So you do the ear wiggle thing, and she actually does sort of giggle at that. But what she does is, as you maybe start to speak, she kind of does that motion where she puts a hand on your mouth and says, "Listen, love, we can do that later." And then she steps away and walks out of the room. But Yuma, what you notice, or what Boss notices, is that stuck right between your cleavage, there's another sheet of paper for you.
Oh, damn. How did she... And I just kind of stare at it like, no way. How did she do that? And I take the piece of paper and I open it up. What does it say?
It is her number.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay. I'm happy with that.
But yeah,
I'm not
she leaves the
surprised.
room, and you all have a moment in seclusion to discuss things if you so wish.
Can I just take a look around, see if there's any, well,
Other
I don't know if
women?
I'd be able to know if there's anything to see if someone's listening to us, like, because this is their territory and that kind of thing.
Of course they're gonna be listening in on us.
Yeah.
Let's see. Anyone who's looking for bugs or listening devices,
Mhm.
let's have you roll a basic tech for me.
Tech.
Hmm.
Okay, so
I can do that. I should be able to find that for us. Let me.
it would be 1d10 plus 5.
So if you don't have a basic tech, it would be just your tech
basic tech.
score.
Basic tech. I could just click basic tech.
All right, let's see. So Irie, Demi was the only one who passed. Demi, it's actually the opposite of what you were expecting. As far as you can tell, the only thing that's out of place in this meeting room is that duffel bag full of C9.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought so,
Um,
but since Boss wanted.
There is one thing I
Like-
will add about the C9, though, as you're maybe looking at the contents of the duffel bag. You see that they have been rigged with 2 remote detonators, not just one. And that seems a
Oh.
little odd to you.
First assumption would be if we try to run and we're still carrying this, he's just gonna blow us up and then take the money back.
I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah, that's my first thought, but do we only have one remote detonator in there? for us
Yes,
to
there's
use?
only the one remote detonator in there.
But the C9 has there are two controllers that can blow it up.
Ah.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
the
really
guidance.
hard to hijack the signal of those things.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
Do we know this or just ID? Or just Demi?
Demi knows this, but I think
Yeah, of course I tell everyone.
Okay.
that was my question.
Well, that answers a lot of questions for me. I think that we'll probably have to at least do the basics of what they asked.
I'm fine with it, and I didn't plan to do anything else.
We've already got the money, and if this guy can afford this much C9, yeah, I don't think we should cross him just yet while we're still carrying the bombs.
Correct. I would agree with that.
I would like to not have my body currently covering like being ash covering the other side of the city.
Well, we should probably try to start figuring out where these yellow brick road peeps are. We should probably also, ask around and see where the best place to get some of this. What was the drug called? Hang on.
Emerald City.
Emerald. Get some of this Emerald City.
Something. I asked Grandpa. No, it was Alcove who was talking to those street scums, right? Did they seem like they could know anything about that, Alcove?
You might be muted, Case.
Oh no, I'm not saying anything. No, they didn't say anything, and this guy tried to charge me like 100K for a stupid hat, and I'm gonna get that hat from him one way or another. So, if you hear like the sounds of fighting as we're leaving, that's probably why.
You sound determined.
And we can try and check again because there was another group I haven't talked with yet, but
Yeah, I want to give that a try if you're okay with that.
all right.
All right. So, it sounds like you guys are ready to go, so I'll move you back out onto the dance floor area.
All right.
Okay.
I wonder
you
if
guys
it's gonna bug me out again.
Yeah, I'll do some troubleshooting during the break to see if there's anything I can do on my end. But when you get back outside, the club environment has changed somewhat. Specifically, what has changed is the music has gone from like a standard sort of, I would say, basic synthwave, basic sort of chill wave sort of music. It has become more upbeat as I actually remember to turn on this music. Again, let me know if it is too loud. But two things immediately catch your attention. The first is that the bouncer from the door earlier is currently leading 3 individuals in your direction. The first is a brunette with a long ponytail that has on not like actual exotic ears, but like a bunny hood type thing. She is fully in a bunny girl outfit. Then there is a, if you guys know V from Cyberpunk 2077, there's a girl like that with sort of the side swept hair with highlighted purple. She's wearing basically a corset and a Gothic Lolita dress to go with it. She has a mask across her face with sort of a skull motif on it. But what's probably going to catch Boss's attention above all is the other individual. This individual has cat ears of her own, and her white mane, quote unquote, is real. She's not wearing any sort of jacket. And they're headed in your direction.
Would I notice those people coming?
I'm just gonna start
I
inching away
usually
from. I'm just gonna start inching away from them.
I'm gonna let Boss handle that because they're the one who started that story. So
Do I recognize? Is there any sort of recognition that I have of?
There is, yes.
Okay.
Roll me a local expert.
Local experts.
Can all of us do that?
Yeah, all of you can certainly roll.
Oh,
all right. So
Wait,
13
wait,
for
is,
Boss, a 15 for Demi,
let me roll.
21 for Alcove,
Local.
Of course, Alcove wouldn't.
and Rampo got a 15. All right, so yeah, the DC was a 10, so you all would know this. Those are the actual osmium ocelots. You know that because I found this funny, and I may have spent a little bit of time on this. You know that the cat one is known as Chief. The one with the side-swept hair is Recess. And the bunny girl is Demetria. Totally not rip-offs of you guys.
So earlier when I talked to the coat check girl and I said, haven't you seen the posters? What was her answer to that? Did she say that she had seen posters and like knew what we looked like? Cause and
nah,
like just
she didn't even check that sort of thing. She was sort of
Okay.
starstruck.
oh, okay, sweet.
Another question: which of us is holding the duffel bag of bombs?
That is a good question. Which one of you is?
I
I
guess
don't mind
Empo
holding it, but
is.
that's something we should.
Yeah, that's, we probably should have
Yeah.
taken that.
Yeah, let's just say I took it.
Okay.
Sure. Okay, so we know that about them.
Yeah.
Have I heard any of their music before? Do I know?
Oh, you have, and it is good. I mean, really good.
Okay. So much so that I would be a fan, or so much so that I would think of it as threatening?
Little column
Why
A,
not
little
both?
column B.
Okay, sure. I'm both afraid and intimidated and impressed. I'm going to kind of walk over to the dance floor area and just kind of like keep an eye and an ear pointed in their direction.
All right. Well, when they see you, or when the bouncer sees you, he pivots the group, and unless you play Ring Around the Rosie with them, they are going to catch up with you very quickly.
Wow.
And boss is the one who said that.
Yeah.
I just bribed our way in.
Empo,
Boss
I
just
guess,
wanted
I
to tell the
guess,
story. She can handle this. I've got a
Yeah,
hat to steal.
I guess an
Okay.
Empo would just like walk over to Yuma and just be like, "Hey, we need to leave."
Okay. Well, we'll try to leave then.
Yeah,
we'll try to ring around the rosy then.
All right.
Um,
So let's see. In order for you to do the Ring Around the Rosie maneuver, I need everybody to roll me an athletics. And
Athletics.
what I'm going
Oh.
to say is that your athletics will be at a -2 because the dance floor is packed.
Okay, athletics. Here it is.
Wow, Yuma crits.
Ooh.
Very nice. That's a
Wow.
29.
I am very good at escaping bad situations.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. Boss and Rampo, you guys are able, and I'm going to move your tokens here so don't freak out. Boss and Rampo, you managed to get almost to the coat check as the crowd of osmium ocelots is sort of rounding the dance floor up near the top. Unfortunately, though, Demi and Alcove. Demi, you get knocked into one of the walls. Not for damage or anything, but it's just one of those, people are dancing, they're not really looking what they're doing. They sort of bump into you and you lose your balance. And Alcove, same thing happens to you, but because I find it funny, when you get bumped, you go straight into the lap of the man you tried to get the cap.
Amazing.
Hello again. You're giving me that hat today.
And the man just sort of goes, "What the fuck? Kick me." Do you get off of him or?
Sure, I deliberately use him as a support to climb myself off and grab the hat too.
Oh, okay.
You grab that.
That. Interesting.
I move back when I see that happening because I don't want to be any part of that.
When I am swiftly going through the crowd to get to the other side, I want to see if I can make eye contact with any of the members of that band, just to like see if they recognize me or anything like that.
I would say they're definitely interested in you, and they've locked onto you because you're very distinctive. They're definitely trying to get to you. They're just, because you went around the dance floor, they had to too. So they're definitely looking at you.
Okay, I'm just gonna give them the same kind of wink that I did to the coat check girl, and kind of like finger guns a little bit, like.
All right.
Like a TK.
Rampo wouldn't
like
even
an
look
anime
back.
protagonist that's trying to piece out of a bad situation.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so to steal that hat, I need you. We'll call this a stealth roll for you, Alco. So go ahead and roll me your
Oh, boy.
stealth.
Let's see it by myself. Oh boy.
Now, before you roll, there is something you can do, and it involves your luck points. So
I know I can spend a luck point to re-roll if I need to.
No, actually, what it is
Oh.
is you spend luck before the roll to add on to the roll. So let's say, for example, you spend 3 luck points, you would add 3 to your roll.
Well, I've got 10 luck, so might as well just spend 3. I want that hat for no other reason that he tried to scam me out of it.
Okay. Oh, so
Ooh.
I tell you what, to be fair, I will roll the gentleman's perception. Interesting.
Wow. Wow.
So I think because you spent luck, you end up winning here. So it's one of those things where as you're getting up off of the guy, you do a very furtive like snatch across his head and snatch the cap, and you hide it behind your back as he like shoves you to your feet and he says, "Hey, look, I have had about enough of your shit. Just get out of here, man. Just get out
Fine.
of here."
Amazing.
All right.
Fine, cheese.
So imagine the situation is far diffused. Although the guy is pissed off, I can just kind of move past him and then follow my people.
Yeah,
I
you
really
certainly
want to
can.
make a witchy reply though, but since I've got the hack, I don't want to push my luck.
All right, then I'll certainly do that.
That time.
Alrighty. So
And
oh, go ahead.
as I pass him, I kind of snicker and whisper to myself like, "What a loser."
Nice.
Yikes.
So, before you guys flee the club, I have the important question. Does anyone linger to let the bouncer and the osmium ocelots catch up with you?
And all I did was pay our way in. So. But I also want to leave before
I mean,
Scum realizes
but we
the
did,
street's
yeah,
gone.
we did. Yuma did the thing that where she lied about being in the band, you know.
Nah, I'm fine with just getting the heck out of here, honestly.
Oh, I'm so curious though.
No, right?
I just realized, but when I was lying on the guy, I still had the VIP pass. I could have tried planting it on him and say he's the one who snuck in with them. Then I would have been clear with the hat.
I feel like I'm pretty distinct and they'll remember me, but the fact that she looks pretty similar to me is one of those things where it's like, do we look like if I dressed just like her, then I would look just like her? Like, is this?
That's a yellow version of her, yeah.
Yeah,
I would say very, very close. They might think you're sisters.
got it.
Wow.
If everybody goes ahead of me, I do want to take another glance back just to see if.
I can kind of see that scene in my head, like, you know, the whole gang like going forwards, and then the boss is like kind of
Look over his shoulder, yeah.
and like gives a final glance back, and
Yeah, just as like maybe I'll keep an eye on them in the future to see if we can, if I can learn more about them or see if there's any connection between myself and Chief in the future.
Noted. All right, so as you all do that, and as Boss takes that one wistful look backwards, we are actually going to take our first break. So we will be back in 10 minutes stream. Stick around. All right, welcome back, everybody, to the second part of our Extra Lions game of Cyberpunk Red. If you're just tuning in, our lovely edge runners met up with a contact in a nightclub. They acquired their job to end the distribution of a drug called Emerald City. And to do this, their employer has provided a number of C9 or fancy C4 detonated packages. And currently, the players are on their way to the club in the combat zone where these drugs are currently located. So I don't have a map for this, but to sort of set the scene, as you exit the nightclub, as you exit the Rusty Bucket, the rain is almost like a monsoon or a typhoon, where the wind and the water, even with the covering over the front of the club, you get soaked to the bone within minutes. And it's a very miserable experience. But what you know with the directions you were given is that you're looking at maybe a 20-minute walk. So you might want to maybe figure out a different way to get there unless you really want to be wet by the time you get there.
Man, I hate the rain.
Well,
I mean, can always get in my car if you guys don't mind.
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Where are you parked?
I parked just around the corner, don't worry.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so let's say you guys walk around the corner. Tell us a little bit about your car there, Demi.
Oh, it's a very, very, very beautiful car. I love it very much. It is although it is a like a salvaged old sedan. I still love it very much because I got it was the first car I ever had from my father and mother. They passed it down for me for my first few deliveries, and always held it closely to myself.
Very nice. What color is it, out of curiosity?
It's just a very nice silver.
Okay. Now, of course, you guys can imagine it how you wish, but I'm almost imagining the Mystery Machine. It's just in silver.
You mean like from Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, from Scooby-Doo.
No.
Oh, okay. How do you imagine it, Heidi? I'm also imagining Mystery Machine now.
Just like a silver sedan.
Okay.
A sedan. Oh, okay. I call shotgun.
I was about to ask.
and as I walk by the car, I give it a little pat on the top of the head or top of the roof.
Sukina's little like.
Yeah, I love it. All right.
So we all get in on it, and then I step on the gas and yeah.
Now I have a very important question for you, Demi. Are we actually stepping on the gas, or are you just getting people there?
I'm just.
What are your driving habits? Ooh, I'm so curious. I'm so curious.
Just keep driving and open the door. This is how we'll make the first pass.
Yeah, like not in a monsoon. I'm not gonna step on the gas on the monsoon. So we're just getting there. We're just going there.
If I were to tempt you, I would say that if you did step on the gas, I would award I would award you a bit of reputation, which, if you remember, reputation is how well you're known. And if you're drifting in the middle of a monsoon, that's pretty noteworthy.
And there's still a crowd outside of the club, right? So
oh yeah,
there's a crowd. If that's the case, then what I want to do is
you called?
Yes. If that's the situation, then
Wow.
I want to somehow stick my head out the window or something like that to like.
Yeah, and I make sure to like get the tires rolling as much as I can before actually starting to make as much noise as I can with the engine.
Okay. Okay, are we gonna do this then?
Yeah, we're 100%.
Hell yeah. As we drive by, what I want to yell out is, "Welcome to the Iron Lions."
Nice. All right, we have appropriate music for this.
We do?
We do.
All right. So,
Oh my god.
Demi, I need
Yes.
you to roll me.
I'm
So
gonna
I remember
step
what
on
the
the
skill
gas.
is. A driving, please. And due to the monsoon, I'm going to say it's a -4. But remember, you also have luck points.
I don't need luck for this. I've been.
Oh shit!
I've never played for this my whole
What kind
life.
of
and
crap?
I only
I
need
the
gas.
excitement inside me. It's burning in my heart. I feel the excitement. This is how we're gonna do this tonight. So let's just do it.
And Boss has complete faith. Yo! What?
Damn.
Popped off there.
I'm just going to make the Euro bit a little bit louder for that one.
Hell yeah.
So,
Zoom in.
Crit
Let's
success.
go.
so
Yo!
Irie, Demi,
So yeah, I step on the gas like literally all the way, and every time there's a curve, I make sure to like drift as much as I can to get us there.
all right, so what I'd like to add to give you even more flavor is as you peel out of the parking lot next to the club, you literally do one of those drift that has you in a donut, and then you rocket forward past the club. And after that, you actually do one of those things where you do a complete 180 and squeal on the brakes and then zoom past the club again as Yuma, or Boss shouts out of the window. And then the entire way from point A to point B, you are literally drifting around every single corner that exists.
Oh my god.
And
Amazing.
even though it is raining cats and dogs, there's some people on the streets, and as you pass by, they're like, holy crap, who the hell is that? Let's
they
just
heard
say
you say
that
those
there's going to be media articles written about this.
And I'm inside the car holding himself against the couch.
Okay.
Of the car with despair.
But yes, as you're going along, you enter into an area that is known as the combat zone. So the combat zone is, for lack of a better term, it's almost like a war-torn ghetto. There's a lot of burned out buildings. There's a lot of abandoned buildings. Basically, the place has fallen into disrepair. And the directions you're given see you go past quite a number of, shall we say, gang skirmishes in the area. But your directions eventually take you to a 2-story complex where there is above the street, there's sort of a overhang that at one point probably connected to another metroplex on the other side of the road. But that metroplex has been bombed to hell and back. So that bridge over is in pieces and rebar is sticking out. Now, to get up to the club in question, you do have to go up a flight of stairs. And you can kind of see from the street level, there are what look to be these thin, lanky individuals wearing burlap sacks and really like straw-like hair. And I think that's everything I need to mention. Let me check my notes. Oh, that's
So-
what I was going to ask. Where are you parking?
Well, as we like approach there, I like do that like straight up just slide into a parallel park and then just like perfectly park us right there.
I love it. I love it.
And then I look back at the other people like, we're here, boys.
What is our like ability to hold on while she was driving this way? Like, are we okay? Are we kind of disheveled, or I think
That
I'm
is
fine.
entirely
Did
a
we
decision
take-
you
okay.
can make for yourself.
Got it.
Okay.
I'm totally fine and pretty happy with how that went.
Then my priority was getting the trigger out of the bag of explosives.
Adampo
In
was
the middle of
scared.
that.
And he was bunting heavily and just be like, I'm never riding with you.
You can walk next time. Don't worry.
Yeah, you can walk next time. Don't worry.
I will ride with Demi whenever. So I guess I'll take off my seatbelt because I was wearing a seatbelt
First.
and exit the car.
I wasn't because I knew it was gonna be okay. I'm just that confident.
Nice.
We would just leave the car with his leg
Okay.
shaking.
Nice.
I'm gonna step out and take out the explosives with us.
Okay. I'm assuming still in the duffel bag, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
The other thing I took out was the detonator, so it wouldn't as we were jostling around and drifting like cool people, blow up in a spectacular fashion as we rounded
Gotcha.
a corner.
Gotcha. All right, so actually, because you scored so well on your driving, what I'm going to say is that one of those scarecrow-looking individuals actually kind of leans over the railing at the second floor and goes, "Hey, that was really cool. What's your name?"
I get out of the car. I like don't slam the door, of course. I don't wanna hurt my precious, but I like put an arm over like the top of the car and like say, "Hey, I'm Demi."
Hey, Demi. Well, you're pretty cool. You in the circuit?
You know it.
Cool. You're Demi in the circuit too?
Yep.
Cool, cool. This is totally awkward, but +1 follow.
Nice. I gotcha.
Man.
And then
It's tragic that follow's not going to lead to any like reactions to your posts.
actually,
Oh, yeah.
so what happens as he says that, what happens is he pulls out what is essentially a almost looks like a pack of gum. And he takes out what seems to be a really thick, like almost an inch wide on all sides. So it's actually almost like a cube. So he pulls out this green cube, sticks it in his mouth, and begins chewing it. And he sort of moves back to sort of lounge against the building as he does that.
Do we know anything about Emerald City, like what the effects are, what it does?
I would say that would be another local expert. So
Okay.
all of you may roll that.
All
Let's
right.
see. Where did my window go? There it is. Local expert.
Was it not on the scream sheet?
It was mentioned on the scream sheet, yes. And in fact, why don't we take a moment to
Oh,
look
yeah.
at that scream sheet?
Yep.
Ah,
All right, so let me adjust it for the stream. So what Scream Sheet is basically it is a new street drug, I can English, of course called Emerald City. And what it does is it allows people to feel no pain, and the trade-off is that it's highly addictive and it increases aggression tremendously. Also, a little bits of schizophrenia in there as well.
Okay.
And since we're looking at a scream sheet, what I would say is that from this session onwards, what we're going to do is we're actually going to open with a scream sheet,
Nice.
where if the players read off that scream sheet to sort of set the scene, what I'll do is I'll award them a few extra luck points for them to have fun with.
If
yeah.
Wait, say that one more time. If the players do what with the scream sheet?
Basically, if you read it off at the beginning, that way I'm not like doing the opening monologue.
Oh, yeah.
It's basically a way to keep you guys engaged, and it also lets you guys see the current event as it's happening, kind of a thing.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
All right, let's go back to the club in question. But yeah, you guys are currently on the opposite side of the street of the club. Remember, you do have to go up some stairs here to get up to the club proper. But how would you like to approach this?
I'd like to put on the cap I stole.
Okay.
I have to remember to do
There
that
you go.
instead of just carrying on to it.
I have good news and I have bad news for you, Alcove. Which would you like first?
Hit me with the bad news.
All right, bad news. It's too big for you, which means
Aw.
it
Aw.
literally falls over your eyes, kind of a thing.
Good news?
But the good news is that in the hat itself, you feel something hard against the top of your head, so you take off the hat and look inside, and what you see is a data chip. Now, you have no idea what's on this data chip, but you have a data chip, so please make sure you note that on your character sheet.
Okay.
Well, I had a feeling that wasn't just like for a cap. There was a reason.
I mean, I stole it entirely because he was trying to scare me, not because of anything else. I'll take it. Alright. So who wants to take the first move?
So
I guess I can. Okay,
Yeah.
so what do we see, right? Like, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because descriptions are admittedly one of my weak points, so feel free to always ask me for more information.
Okay.
So you guys are at street level. There's the stairs up to the second floor of the walkway,
Mhm.
and the club is on the second floor. The club itself has these large glass windows, which are strangely still intact, something that is very rare in Night City, at least in the combat zone. But you can't really see inside from this angle, but you can tell that there's definitely some sort of music or some sort of activity inside. There are, from what you can see, there's about 3 of the quote-unquote scarecrows chilling outside. Those are the burlap sack wearing, stringy hair, stringy limbs type individuals.
Mhm.
And you also see that in general, the streets themselves and the first floor where you guys are currently, there's just trash and refuse and really just sort of graffiti over everything.
So we're in kind of the crappier part of town.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you are most definitely in Compton right now.
Okay, gotcha. And oh, sorry. Go ahead. It's continue with what you were saying.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should add at this point.
Okay.
Okay, so there are stairs that go up to this building where they're
And
at,
it's a
right?
club, right?
Yes, it is a club. What used to be a sign that maybe said something like Night City Nightlife or Night City something. The last part has literally been broken off, so there's just like bits and chunks of rebar and broken neon pipes. And the Night City part of the name, the only letter that illuminates is the I in city.
Okay, got it. And there's no crowd outside. This is like a very different contrasted look from what it was the other club. The rest about
Very
it.
true. Yes, the only people that are outside are those scarecrows.
Okay. I'll just walk up behind Demi and kind of nudge her a
Yeah.
little bit and say,
Yeah, like
you got a fan there. Why don't you
yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. Like since he was already noticed me, I might as well just walk up these stairs and
While
the-
Ivy's doing that and like drawing the attention because she's the one who just like drifted past everything, I'm
Yeah.
gonna slip one of the C9s in the trash. In the trash.
Okay, cool.
I guess
Gotta
Rampo
start planting.
Are
just
you
sticks to
super
his
sneaky?
Velcro.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you being- So,
Well, like-
you know what? Let's have you roll stealth, because I'm curious to see how sneaky you are.
I mean, they're approaching me and talking to me, right?
Oh dear.
I'm gonna do it since I'm
All right,
sticking
so
to
here's
it.
what's gonna
Oh,
happen.
no.
Okay, I could lie. I could lie my way through this.
Here's what's happening. So, Demi, you're at the top of the stairs. You're about to say hi to your fan when everybody hears a loud clanging sound, and you all turn to look, including the scarecrow, sort of look over. And Alcove, you have literally tripped and fallen into a bunch of metal trash cans.
You just trip.
I hate getting
Oh,
your shoes.
yo, Al, let me help you up. Let me help you up. So I'm gonna walk over to him and you're so drunk, dude. Come on, let's go. We
I'm
just
not
gotta-
drunk. I'm time.
come on. We got a show to play. Here, come on.
I thought we were playing yesterday.
Yeah, let's just play it off as he's drunk. I imagine that the scarecrow has already like approached me.
Yeah, at this point, multiple scarecrows have approached you. The one fan from earlier has gotten closer, and then one who was standing in front of the doors to the club has walked up. And the latter actually says, so, who are you clowns supposed to be?
We are the Osmium Ocelots.
Do you actually go with that?
You actually go with that.
do we?
I just saw out Ashmobot.
I'm gonna get a democracy check here. Do you all want to do this?
Do it.
Wait.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. My name is Chief, and we are the Osmium Ocelots.
And
Hi.
I
the scarecrows look at each other, and the first one, not the fan, says, "Who the hell are the Osmium Ocelots?" And then the fan, who is clearly the one who is connected on social media, goes, "Oh, they're that really, really cool up and coming band that we've heard about. I've always wanted to go to one of their live shows. Wait, can you guys play live for us?"
Bang bangs with the drum
Can
drums.
I think we should just say that we're here to like know more about Emerald City because we heard about it, and
And our drummer is really drunk too.
yeah,
Our drummer's super drunk right now. We can't really play right now. But
I can
we
still
also want to
hit
just
things.
scope out the venue to see if this is a good place to play in the future. Seems like we'd heard a lot about this place, so wanted to see what's up.
I don't
All
need to
right,
hit things in order to bang.
so let's do it this way. So let's have Boss do the persuasion. And
Okay.
since everybody chipped in there, I'll give you a +4.
Ooh, persuasion.
Ah.
Click.
Wow.
Wow.
Damn.
yeah,
is-
they're like
It's super
100%.
convincing.
That is a 36. So
36.
that
Oh
is
my.
amazing.
We have a new fan.
Another new
They just
fan.
let us in with welcome arms.
Oh yeah. So I think what happens is when you guys first mention Emerald City, there is a noticeable tightening up of their faces, and they do sort of stiffen in body language. But when you tell them the whole Osmium Ocelots thing, like, hey, how you want to check out their venue, they start to relax again. And the first scarecrow, the one that's not the fan, says, yeah, you can come inside. Right this way, ladies. And he leads you to the front door, which
But,
I can now open.
Yeah, but before I want to talk to my new fan, and I asked him like, hey, if you ever come and see me race at a circuit, just be sure to tell me,
What? Are you, can I post on your feed? Is that cool?
Yeah, sure.
Cool, cause like
And now
I'm
Ivy's
totally,
working together.
I'm totally on Instagram and this really cool new thing called TikTok. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere, but
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I've heard of TikTok.
cool. And then he just awkwardly stares at you like he's met someone really important. He doesn't know what to say next.
Then I tell him, hey, you know anything about the Emerald City?
Yeah, I just took a hit of it. Why?
Well, we're kind of interested.
Oh, I
in
get it.
because
I get
of-
it. I got you. And he pulls out that stick of the pack of gum, and he literally just hands you the entire thing. And he says, "On the house."
Damn.
All right. What's your handle again? I'll make sure to remember it
Oh,
And-
I
as I
don't
put it in my
really-
pocket.
I don't really have a cool handle, but my name is Marcus.
Ah.
Cool. All right. I guess I'll see you in a future circuit race, huh?
Yeah, that would be really cool. And then there's
Scarecrow.
something odd that happens where he actually does a double take where he looks behind him very suddenly, looks back at you, then turns completely around. And what happens is he reaches into his burlap sack and pulls out a baseball bat. And he's not in any danger of hitting you. And he's not going for you. But he starts charging forward, screaming, "Damn you, mailbox! You are not going to best me this day!" And he runs away and starts flailing around with the baseball bat as if he's trying to attack something that only he can see.
Okay.
Drugs.
Hearing a little bit of that conversation, I'm going drugs, man. I'm going to kind of like go behind Demi and kind of like nudge her towards the door, be like, all right, I think it's time we let him do
Yeah,
something.
yeah. Let's just.
I think we should leave that
yeah,
guy alone.
yeah,
So, but
100%.
Cool, you got a new
Yo.
phone. Sweet.
Get in a fight. You can
Alco
start
here
with
is
a
gonna
fight.
vomit.
And like, about how much did he give me?
You have 2 little doses, not enough to even weigh a kilogram.
Okay. So like, I don't know, like 100 grams or something?
Something like that. Yeah, I admittedly have no idea what an appropriate amount of drug would be, so 2 cubes sounds right.
Sure.
2 cubes. Okay.
Oops. Nom nom.
You can use it as bartering stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Sweet.
We don't need
Okay.
it for we don't. Okay, I guess we're supposed to get some of these drugs back.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, boss. Come on.
So I guess we, with the star-like treatment, I just not kick the door. Like I
my
open
God,
door
kick the door.
with a flourish, and I just kind of walk in. What do I see?
Yeah, so as you guys walk inside, what you end up seeing is not great. Like before in the Rusty Bucket, despite the odd name, like the interior looked pretty damn good, especially for a nightclub in Night City. This is like if someone were to take an Old West style bar or saloon, update it, or I should say, quote unquote, update it, and then leave it abandoned for a while. So what tables are here, they're sort of listing slightly to the sides. The chairs don't match. There's stains across pretty much every surface. There's empty bottles everywhere. The bar itself is large, much larger than it was at the Rusty Bucket, but most of the bottles have either been shattered or are otherwise, not something where you could get a good drink kind of a thing. In terms of the little raised stage that is to the left of the door when you walk in, parts of the stage have fallen in, but what you are seeing is that there are 2 quote-unquote Tin Man, so literally sort of that funnel on their head, the metallic nose, a metallic sort of outfit that makes them look quite literally out of The Wizard of Oz. And talking to them is a hologram of someone who looks remarkably like Dorothy. So kind of that brown hair in curls, blue dress. You don't see Toto anywhere, but who knows?
Okay. I'm gonna walk over towards the bar. Is there somebody at the bar?
There is. I just apparently have him on the wrong layer. It's just it's another scarecrow.
Yeah.
Since I've apparently been sold as being drunk, I might as well continue the ruse and buy him a drink.
So yeah, the scarecrow that's there, sort of. We'll say this one's a girl. So the girl scarecrow
Nice.
says, okay. Usually I only really deal to gang members, but Marcus said you were cool. So what would you? I mean, we don't have much.
Find me an intact bottle and I'll buy the whole thing.
Oh.
Wow.
And she
I don't
turns
care
around.
what it is. I just want a drink.
She turns around and like scans the row of bottles, and then finally finds one and says, here we are. And she plops down a bottle of razzmatazz, which if you don't know razzmatazz, it is quite literally raspberry liqueur. It's actually one of my favorites in real life.
Nice.
Oh, really? I've never had it before.
Oh, if you mix it with lemonade, it is divine.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I gotta try that. Okay. For like, how many pieces of C9 or like how many things do we have? And if we were to like know the tech of it, how much would we need to plant? And in what vicinity? Like, does anyone know this kind of information? To like how much do we need to distribute it in order to do this thing?
Who has like, I think that falls under basic tech, right? Or is it?
Yeah, I would say it would fall under basic tech.
I mean, I have 4 basic tech.
I highly doubt that that I would be able to
Yeah,
have
I
0
would-
basic tech.
Yeah, I've only got 1 basic tech because of cultural familiarity. I can't help.
Oh,
So I'm just carrying it. But
Yeah, you're just
but
carrying
Irie's
it
the
right
one who
now.
knows what she's doing.
Gotcha. So I guess she would know where to put these things in order for it to work. So I'm not going to touch the C9. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just going to, I'll be the social one to like talk to people.
Okay. Demi, why don't you go ahead and roll me a basic tech to see what I need to tell you in terms of planning things.
All right.
And even if you fail, I'm still going to tell you something. This is just how much I tell you.
Nice.
Hey, 20 is more than sufficient to get the full details. All right, so first things first, you have 7 total C9 packages.
Okay.
My understanding is that Alcove left 1 outside, so there's 1 there, so you have 6 remaining. Now
that'll get the front.
That'll get the front. What I would say in terms of bringing down a area like this, you could potentially plant the C9 up here in the bar area, but your best bet would be to find a staircase down, because if you blow up the foundations, you will definitely bring this place down.
All right. Do I see any doors? Like, since we came in, did we see any doors like near the stage or like near the bar?
Yeah, I'm looking at dynamic lighting and I'm realizing it's not really showing it. So let me try and actually
I think there's a
turn
door
off dynamic lighting real quick.
There, and there, I think.
All right, so
there we
you
go.
guys should be able to see the whole map now, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so areas of interest. So this appears to be some form of a kitchen. The door is open, so you can see, inside you can see there's a sink, a stove, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Back here, behind the bar area, appears to be some form of a storage area. You don't know what's back there, but the door just says kind of like storage on it. Go ahead.
Are the Tin Men like they're talking to Dorothy, right? So they're facing that direction.
Correct.
All right.
And then
Go ahead.
The only thing I would add is that this area over here, with that sort of a roll, this portion of the wall here, near sort of that, what probably was a VIP area before, this portion of the wall looks discolored, as if it doesn't match the surrounding wall.
Interesting. All right. First off, someone got a drink, right? Who was it?
I did. Alco's currently downing a bottle of something.
All right. Then I guess he already poured the drink and stuff. And then I asked the scarecrow bartender, you got drinks, but how much they gonna give you for the real good stuff?
Oh, good question.
Ah.
Well, how much you want?
Oh, it's my first time, so how about just 1 cube?
Cube? Yeah, sure. 1 moment. And she roots behind the bar.
Oh,
and,
she goes behind the bar? Does she like use the door?
No, like she ducks down so that she like her.
Oh, she just has
back-
it readily available there.
Yeah, like so her back goes down and her head goes below the bar. Rather than I'm probably describing this terribly, but it's one of those things where it's like she's trying to get to a compartment underneath the bar is what I'm getting at.
I see.
But unless anyone does anything while she's down there? Question mark.
Yeah, I wonder if I can like sneakily like plant one like under a chair maybe?
Okay.
Would that be like enough time for it?
I would say there's enough time for it, yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so what do I roll? Or can I just
Roll me a stealth.
There would be any. No, actually, no.
I'm gonna be on the other side, and so that I can talk to her as well. Just like, just make sure that she's not looking. And like just kind of leaning against the bar, just to just to try to distract her on the opposite way from where Demi is.
I mean, planting the C9 is not the difficult part. The difficult part is doing it stealthily, right?
Correct.
How much luck do I have? I have 6. I'll use 3 luck on this one.
Okay, we'll be adding 3 to whatever you roll.
Nice.
Wow. That
Oh
is
wow.
31 successes. Yeah. You make it look easy, like almost James Bond level, where you, and feel free to describe it differently, but what I'm imagining is maybe it's one of those things where you just very discreetly sort of pull out one of the C9 packs with your tail, and as you're sort of leaning on the bar, chatting up the bartender, the tail just very slyly sticks the C9 to the underside of the table, then
so
comes
cool.
back and re-zips the bag for you.
Oh, so cool.
So nice.
Damn, Demi.
All right. And then does the scarecrow
Yes, they do emerge from behind the bar, and they say, "All right, here's your cube. 225 ebb, please."
I mean, can like
$2.25.
take can I like take like a closer look at it to like kind of pretend that I'm like looking at the quality of it?
Sure.
Yeah, and then I say, well, this looks like actually really good stuff. How much of it do you guys have here?
I mean, we make it here. Well, not like here, and she motions at the bar area, but that's probably all I can tell you unless you want to join up.
I'll let you handle this one. I mean, I'm just listening and just observing.
Same.
Who's the one who like usually like smuggles stuff? Is it like the fixer or the
Fixer is like information smuggling, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it'd
I'm
be
just
interesting
bad
like
stealth.
yeah, maybe it'd be interesting like the fixer saying like, hey, like maybe we can
How much
like
of a share do I? How much do I share do I get if I join up?
yeah.
Yeah, let's roll with that. So the scarecrow turns to you and says, good news is you get the good stuff for 50% off. And, we're an expanding business. This shit's going to go large. This shit's going to go across Night City. So you join
I
up
heard
now.
it already is. I think. Oh, was that the other? Oh no, I just cut myself off and down more with the bottle.
Nice.
Then since he says that, I wonder like can I say something? Oh, I would say something of like, like can you show us how much you have? Maybe that we'd be more inclined to invest more if you showed us how much you have.
Oh, investing. Yeah, we could definitely use some capital. You see her, and she points at Dorothy. She's the one that's running this whole thing. If you want to buy in, she'd be the one to ask.
Is she actually there, or is she a hologram? Because
she definitely looks like she's a hologram right now. So she could
I don't deal with
technically-
holograms. Oh yeah, go ahead.
What I would say is that this isn't one of those things where like it's an AI, where it's just a hologram of an AI. This is more like Dorothy, quote unquote, is somewhere nearby kind of a thing.
Yeah,
she's
but-
a
So
VTuber.
she's easy to track.
She is literally VTubing, yes.
IRL VTubing. Perfect. I will lean on. I'm still leaning on the bar. I'll ask the scarecrow girl. So, I mean, what's your handle?
Nice. And she says, "My name's Julia."
Julia, very nice. Dorothy up there, that's just what we see of her right here. Is there any way that we can talk to the real deal?
I mean,
Want to make sure that our money goes into the right hands.
I've only ever seen the boss like that. I mean, nobody's really met her in person.
All right. Julia, what kind of drink do you recommend for me?
All right, and while she's saying that, I'm like while she's entertaining the the bartender, I'm kind of like going over here, and Yuma's like going off to the other side to like divert her attention.
Looks like Rampo and I are gonna go bother Dorothy in the Tin Man.
Yeah, I'll hang over here.
And then I imagine Boss and Scarecrow are talking, so I just put one here in the corner, a C9.
Okay.
package.
Since you you crit earlier, I'll give you that one free.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh.
All right, but as you must chatting up Julia, let's actually focus a little bit on Alcove and Rampo. So Alcove and Rampo, as you guys slide up to chat with Dorothy, what happens is the two Tin Man sort of turn and look at you directly and say, "Who the hell let you people in here?"
The guy fighting the mailbox outside.
Yeah, you mean Marcus?
That guy.
Oh,
Yeah, and then Julia told us that you know, if we wanted to
Get involved.
get involved,
We
we
had to
should
talk-
we should speak to Dorothy.
Yeah.
and the two Tin Man are like doing that flanking thing where they're sort of quote unquote gatekeeping for Dorothy. So one of them looks back to Dorothy, and Dorothy nods her head. And the two Tin Man step aside to allow you up onto the stage to talk to her.
Oh.
All right.
You're a hologram. Why do you need bodyguards?
Do you actually ask that?
Yes.
Dorothy laughs and says, "I don't need bodyguards. I just simply like the feeling it gives when I'm entertaining guests like yourself."
I get that. Yeah, fair.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
So, what can I do for you individuals? Is there a business deal I should be made aware of? Let's talk business.
All right.
Okay,
I guess Alcove would be the one to talk business, right? Since he's a fixer.
That or Rampo, either one could easily do it.
Yeah.
You want to go, Suki, or should I?
But by the way, I
I
just
want to
wanna,
go.
I guess I I didn't get a chance to like talk about my plan. I was like trying to find out like where they like keep it, if they keep it here, so we could get that bonus
Where they
40
make.
kilograms.
Oh yeah, yeah. Where they keep it, and where they make it.
Mhm.
All right. So, let's see. What I need to remember the specific terms for this. 1 second. Let me pull up the book. Okay. Alright. Hello,
Hi.
Dorothy. You can call me Alcove. I am a fixer, and I have got 16 contacts looking to become very interested in joining being distributors for your business.
We could always use more distributors. Gets us farther out into the city. What sort of access level are we talking here? We talking street level? We talking what sort of level are we talking about here?
I could hand off anyone, pull them out of the street, and say, "Hey, want to get some extra side cash, and you can get street level that way." I'm talking about corporate.
Corporate. Well, now you had my curiosity. You now have my attention. And I'd actually like you to roll something. I'm just thinking of what to have you roll here. What is your conversation like?
Conversation's 5.
I would like you to roll me your conversation, please. 17.
Nice.
So Dorothy kind of folds her arms across her chest and says, "All right, corporate, cool. What sort of cut you looking for?"
Now, because you're a startup business, we want to set out an initial investment, but so at the beginning, we're not going to charge too much, just a 15% cut of whatever we sell. Later on, though, if business proves to be fruitful, we will wish to push that up to a 30% deal. However, that will only come after a 2-year initial investment period where we evaluate the initial sales.
Amazing.
Wow.
So, obviously impressed by your business acumen, Dorothy sort of nods and says, "Yeah, that sounds good. Give me a moment." And it's one of those things where her hologram stays in place, but her mouth moves as if she's talking to someone else off screen. And
So it
then
is VTubing.
She's VTubing.
she's literally
Yeah, she
VTubing.
muted. Yeah, she muted her microphone, talking to someone else.
Yeah.
But yeah, as she's doing that, the two Tin Mans sort of look at each other, and they both nod, and they pull out one of the green cubes and pop it.
Ooh.
Ah.
Oh boy.
But Dorothy comes back after about 2 minutes and says, "Okay. So I'm definitely interested. I'm gonna have my two boys here show you the good stuff, and if you see what you like, we can become partners. But let me make it very clear: if you try to double cross me, well, let's just say you won't be leaving her alive.
If you fail to set up satisfy words. Let me try this again, but like in actual words that are English.
Mm-hmm.
We shall see. We hope the production level is at the capacity we desire. If you fail to satisfy, we may have to go to competitors.
Ooh.
All right, boys, show them the goods. And the two Tin Man nod. Oh, go ahead.
Can I ask an out of character question? Like, what does she mean by like double cross?
If we try to kill her.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm making bullshit about how we have like an actual business deal.
Yeah. It's amazing, actually.
Yeah.
Very convincing.
Very convincing.
I'm just talking out my mind.
No,
I mean,
it's great.
trust me, that's
Great.
honestly the best way to go, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, unless anyone has any further questions for Dorothy, what happens is the two Tin Man lead you over to that discolored portion of the wall, and one of them presses in a panel that was previously hidden on the wall, and the door slides down into the floor, revealing a long staircase down. And do you all go in first? Do you wait for the Tin Man? Do you get Yuma or Boss?
I mean,
Meanwhile, did I get this girl's number?
Yeah, I was gonna say let's actually play that out now that I think about it.
Oh,
so
sure.
back in Bossland,
Bossland.
Julia is very intrigued, but she's playing very hard to get. Like she's not giving you her number yet, but we'll sort of drop in mid conversation, and she says, "That is so interesting. I cannot believe you grew up learning guitar. I've always wanted to learn an instrument."
Yeah, I mean, it's not so hard when you've gotten used to it. I've been playing it for so long, I've forgotten how hard it was to practice all the chords and things like that. But I mean, you have a pretty beautiful voice. Maybe you want to sing with me sometime.
Well, I mean, if you want to play a little tune, maybe we can do that right now.
Oh shit.
As Yuma in real life scrambles for her guitar.
I don't have anything that's like actually like.
Oh, I'm not going to actually sing, but if you want to play us a little thing, I'll give you a bonus on your play instrument.
I don't know. I got it. That's all I got.
All right, we'll take it. So go ahead and roll me your play instrument, and I'll give you a +2.
Okay, where's the character sheet? There you are. Play instrument.
All right, an 18. So she picks up what you're putting down. She sings a little
Nice.
something. Not really words per se, but it's more of those sort of arias, I think is the proper term, where it's sort of that nice sort of accompanying song to it. And she says, "Man, are the Osmian Ocelots accepting new members? Because I could totally bail out of this place."
We're always holding auditions, but you'll have to contact our agent to really get that set up. But if you give me your number, then I could definitely set you up with a contact.
Smooth.
I'll let it happen. She writes down the number, slides it over. You can have the number for that one.
Yes.
And she strikes again, the number collector.
Number collector.
I mean, that's totally gonna be Yuma's thing now, right?
All right. I guess, is there any opportunity for me to be like, oh, actually, let me think about this. Well, they're already showing them where the stuff is being held, but maybe I'll ask her. So, this Emerald City stuff, other than here, like, how else do you get it out in the streets? Like, you have a lot of people to like, I mean, if we're looking to become distributors, then I want to know what other competition there is out there. Which parts should we avoid? Which parts should we double down on?
I get you. I get you. Well, what I would say is that we're pretty low level right now. I mean, we only found the Biotechnica lab in the basement a little bit ago, so we're just sort of getting our feet wet.
My ears perk up again at the sound of Biotechnica, and I grip my guitar just a little bit tighter, but quickly relax it just to take a little breath. And I'm like, all right. Well, I'll go see what my friends are up to, but I appreciate it. I'll call you later, Julia.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
Okay.
You were so smooth, holy.
I'm now with them.
right.
Standing on this table, apparently. Here you go.
Yep. All right. So I am going to check two things here. First, how are we doing on time? Does anyone have a hard stop I should know about?
I don't.
I'm good.
Okay.
Probably
Because-
even 20
Also, how long do you expect to stream for? Because that's also.
I mean, I can go for quite a while. It's just a question where there is a chance of prolonged combat coming up.
Okay.
So I think we'll push for it. I think there's time for it.
Yeah. I mean, I was expecting I'm free up until past 9 even. So I don't have any stop just to eat and stuff.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, I gotcha.
I've got
Let's do
food right
this
here,
then.
so I'm good to go.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm
Let's
good
do this
for
then.
whenever.
Let's take our second break because that'll let me set a few things up. So Twitch and YouTube will be back in about 10 minutes. Stick
Please
around.
wait warmly.
All right.
Yay.
And we are back live. All right. So, we don't need a map for the rest of this. So we're going to go pure theater of the mind. All right.
Nice.
So,
Yay.
as you guys descend the staircase, you go down, 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 down. As in, you don't go just one story down. You don't go 2 stories. Like, this is like 5 to 6, maybe even 7 flights of stairs. And it's one of those things where you're starting to wonder just what you've gotten yourselves into when you finally arrive at a set of double doors. Now, these double doors have a keypad lock next to it, but you see that the keypad lock has been sort of torn off the wall and that the wires have been exposed, such that when the 2 Tin Man walk up to the door, it automatically opens. And they sort of escort you inside, and what you see is what you might best let me start that again. What you might best think of as a almost like a medicinal lab where they would make, actual drugs, not just the, street stuff. So
it
you're
looks like
seeing-
Zoom
I
kind of.
accidentally.
Okay,
Kylie kind of-
I'll stop my video so that we can restart it.
Yeah, I was gonna say everybody but Irie has to stop theirs, and then
Let me stop.
all
Okay,
right,
and
then
then I'll
it's
end
Yuma, then it's Case, then it's Suki.
Hi.
All right, we're back. So yeah, you're seeing a
Nice.
lot of medical equipment. You're seeing pipettes. You're seeing, for lack of a better term, you're seeing a lot of chemistry type materials. So you're seeing beakers and vials. You're seeing a bunch of chemicals stored, actually rather meticulously, compared to the upstairs club where it was in a mess. Down here seems to be quite immaculate. You're not really seeing any sort of wear and tear of the place. Like, this looks like it could be a brand new drug lab kind of a thing. But the 2 Tin Man don't stop you there. They actually walk you through that space to what is essentially a back room, and they open it up, and inside you see these big, like, brick-size things of Emerald City. And your best guess is you're looking at about 400 kilos.
And we just need 40.
Interesting.
Wait, we need to carry 40?
We need to carry 40, and we also need to blow this thing up.
So that's about 10 kilos.
So yeah,
per
I also need to, like, at some point plant another C9 here, and I think we should be good.
What's your average turnaround time for making these?
Oh, very important thing I forgot.
Yeah.
Everything equipment-wise has a Biotechnica logo on it. There's also a Biotechnica logo on the main lab floor.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
As I see all of the logos, I just become visibly more tense, and I'm just a lot quieter than I normally would be.
So it's still only the Tin Men. We don't see Dorothy or anything at the moment.
Nope, just the Tin Man. And in fact, as they show you the stuff, they say, right, there you go. Nothing really important. I have no idea what this accent is, but we're going to go with it.
All right. I asked them,
Then we can go with that.
and who operates these who actually makes it?
Well, we take it in turns. Bob here. Bob does it on Saturdays. I do it on Sundays.
Okay, so you all take a day to make it, and then so it only takes you about a day to make some.
Yeah, we can get 20 kilos out a day if you want.
20 kilo. Well, is that just at your regular production pace, or is that at like accelerated?
No, that's a
production?
shitting around.
What would you estimate your maximum production if you had to push it for a limit?
And they sort of look at each other. Maybe something like 60 kilos a day, maybe.
I see.
I see.
Could you show us?
Can
go
you
ahead.
can you tell me a bit more about the room again? Like the room, like without the not the storeroom, like where they produce it.
Yeah. So there's essentially. Have you ever been, like, obviously I don't know everyone's college/high school experience.
Yeah, but like a lab.
Yeah,
It's
it's like a lab where you would do chemistry type stuff, and probably the most impressive looking thing here is the fume hood, which, if you don't know what a fume hood is it's basically a ventilated area with a hood over the front of it where you're supposed to mix the really dangerous chemicals together. That way you don't breathe it in accidentally. That one looks like it is stuffed full of beakers and other sorts of containers. So I tell you what, Irie, since you asked, roll me a education, please.
Let me see, how educated am I?
Oh,
Okay, I'm pretty decently educated.
That's a good.
Nice.
A 16. You don't know exactly what's in Emerald City, but just based on what you're seeing so far, they're sitting on a powder keg.
I guess
Can
Rampo would
I
try
roll
to.
too?
Yeah.
Where is it?
I'm not rolling.
Okay, Alcove gets a
rolling.
20.
The thing is, like, I wanted to find something I could like say, like, hey, just gonna investigate, like since we're actually doing this investment, and I say this with them, since we're doing this investment, I'd just like to check all the equipment you guys use, if that's okay, and then you can guys, and while I do that, you guys can, just help my boys load up the however much we're gonna take today, if that's okay.
Yeah, I'll talk shop. You investigate.
Yeah.
All right, so as
Nice.
that's going on, unfortunately, Rampo, you have no idea that what's here is explosive, but both Demi and Alcove, you know that the ingredients will definitely go up in quite a tremendous explosion.
Would it need to be like a spread out thing, or would it like just the slightest explosion set off the whole thing?
Probably the whole thing.
Nice.
Oh God.
So we can totally just leave the duffel bag.
If you wanted to, I would simply say that the duffel bag might be a way you carry the drugs out of here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. That's a fair point.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, I guess
so
there's stealth in
yeah.
Yeah, so Irie, if you want to plant that last C9, go ahead and roll me a stealth.
All right, I'll do that.
We already planted more? I
Yeah.
thought we still had like 6 in the bag.
She planted some in the bar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I planted something.
So there's
some in the
3, I
bar,
think, that are
and
used. So we have 4
Okay.
left, probably.
Because I thought we still had like a bag full of a couple, and I was like, let's just leave the bag full of them here.
Yeah.
Like take some and then blow it up from the...
I mean, what I would say is
Alright.
it never hurts to have more C9 on your hands.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's
I
fair. If
mean,
you only
like-
need one, then
Like, I didn't like plant like all of the, like I didn't plant like only a single one. Maybe like I placed like a double charge.
Sure. Now,
Double
do
charge.
remember, before the roll, you do have luck you can spend.
Yeah, I'm 100% spending the rest of my luck that I have left.
Okay.
All right. So how
that's
much is
3.
that?
That was 3. You had 6.
All right. So let's go.
All right, a 22. Yeah, so let's focus on that fume hood. You see that that's probably the best and most explosive way you can handle this. So you slap in 2 C9s, maybe?
Yeah. And that means now the duffel bag is empty, right?
You have 1 more C9 by my count.
maybe we can because this is where we really want to stop the production. I mean, this is out of character, but we can try to get the ones that we left upstairs back, because it seems like this is far enough away from the front of the...
No, but I think we're gonna need like some upstairs already, and then like taking them off would be hard without people noticing. I think it's just best to just like, we don't need to plant necessarily everything. I think what I've already planted is enough to like blow everything up, especially because the ingredients are reactive. So I think we can just like, I don't think they're gonna check the duffel bag because like there's pretty much nothing in there. So we can just, I think you can just like load up the duffel bag with 40 kilograms and say that we got a deal, right?
The thing about the C9 is that the detonators that we have and the detonators that, like, there's 2 things. Like, I mean, I know that we're doing the job for them. However, once we set off the detonated ones, won't the one that we have also explode?
I was waiting to see
That's
if
true.
anybody would catch it.
Yeah, that's true. So we do need to plant the last one. So maybe like,
Maybe
okay,
a triple?
so yeah, I think we should do a triple then.
I don't think that we
just
should keep the detonatable thing that's going to.
Yeah,
also
we shouldn't
detonate.
keep the stuff that we
you're
can't,
right.
like-
You're right.
Since someone else can still detonate it away from us, we shouldn't keep it.
Yeah.
Well, and
100%.
also when we detonate it, it will explode in our duffel
Yeah.
bag.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I just place a triple charge if you allow me that.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, and-
So, what happens? Because we are a little bit pressed for time. What happens is you plant the charges stealthily, and then you bring the duffel bag over, and the Tin Man happily give you your sample, as it were. They give you 40 kilos,
Nice.
and you all walk back up that big flight of stairs.
Oh wait, hang on.
Oh, go ahead.
That's it? Just only 40?
I mean, if you do you want
Oh,
more?
you got 40 and like half a kilo,
Yeah.
half a gram Irie
I'm
has.
just trying to get a little bit more from them.
I mean,
before.
I just don't know if like the bosses would be cool with that. Like, cause they want to get rid of it. They want to be like the sole controller. They might have a problem with us having some as well.
We can sell it just right before we give it to the.
Consume.
Well, let me
But no,
ask
no.
this. How much extra would you want, Yuma?
5 kilos, 10 kilos,
I'll give you
What do you think?
5.
5. Sure.
All right.
45. Nice. And then we can use it as bartering, because once they have it as like once they're the sole I don't know, distributors, or they've taken it off the market, it'll be worth a lot more. So
Yeah.
It will, yeah.
True.
Makes
True,
sense.
true,
yeah.
true.
All right.
So we
after
got
you-
5 kilos extra.
Yeah. So after you you have your sample, quote unquote, you go back up the flight of stairs and you exit out into the main bar area. It's one of those things where there's one of those moments of something's wrong. You can just feel it. All of you can feel that sense that something is going wrong. And then moments later, you know exactly what's wrong. As without you guys detonating the C9, you feel the C9 that was down below detonate, and the entire building shakes. And after a moment, the one outside detonates, sending up debris, slamming into the window, and shattering the glass. As everybody hears, goes, "What the fuck is going on?"
Oh shit.
Run!
And I need, and this is very important, I need everybody to roll me a difficulty value 15 athletics.
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 And this
Let's
is to represent
go.
you all getting out of the building in time before it comes down on your head.
Oh, I'm gonna make this more difficult for myself. Am I able to like
I should have added some
Critical.
bring
bonus
the
to my roll.
bartender with me?
I tell you what, Yuma, I will impose a -4 if you want to grab the bartender.
Okay. Do I have luck? I don't know
Yes,
how.
you have luck.
do.
Oh.
How
this
about
is the last thing of the session.
How about you help me instead? Because like I'm not that good at
How
it.
do you help
Why do you
me?
need help? I
Oh wait,
need
what's your
help.
athletics? What's your athletics score?
It's 1.
Oh
Ooh.
shit. Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's.
Yeah, I'll help Demi instead. Damn it. Okay. Sure. Can I spend the rest of my luck?
Yeah,
Then?
what is your current luck?
Where do I see that? Luck.
Attribute.
Oh, 6.
Okay, yeah, you can spend 6.
Spend 6 to help
But
Demi.
Rampo, you're out of there. Like you
Rampo's
get
out of there.
Rampo.
Out. I'm
Yeah.
yeeted
I'm getting
out
hit
of
by
there.
something on the way out, probably.
All right.
Like,
by
by
one.
So,
I'm gonna help Demi, but if I have extra, then I would also like to help the the bar girl. Okay, I'm gonna try.
okay,
it.
okay.
Damn it.
I'm just dipping.
Ooh, I would say you can definitely help Irie, but you're not gonna
mean,
be able to
she
get
used,
the
like-
bartender.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she used like 3 luck on her athletics, right, to pass it.
I used all my luck.
Yeah, so that's
I
an
used 6 luck.
18 for her.
Okay. Then I just roll.
Yep. Okay,
Oh, she didn't even need the help.
so here's what happens.
I would appreciate
is-
But I wouldn't have made it with the -4 anyway. So
Right. So what happens is, as all of you are running outside, as the building is literally coming down on your heads, what happens is, we'll say Alcove, you sort of stumble. Apparently, this is your thing. You stumble into a table along the way because that razzmatazz is starting to hit you, and you
I still have the
trip,
bottle, though.
you trip and fall, and you end up taking some damage.
Now, this is, kind of a tutorial thing, so I'm not going to be too bad, but I need you to take 22 damage. So let's very quickly break this down.
Oof.
What is your armor right now?
My armor is 11.
Okay, so you would subtract 11 from that armor, specifically your head, and you would take 11 damage. However,
Okay,
the way armor works is that every time it soaks damage for you, it decreases in effectiveness. So I need you to also note that your head armor is 1 less effective.
Is it just remove it from the numbers on the armor, or is there a button thing like we have in the actions tab?
Unfortunately, you have to do it manually.
Okay. Okay, so.
And then I guess this is also a good time. On your token, everybody's green bar, that's your health. Blue is your head armor. 11 is your body armor. So you can mess with your token and it'll sync that way.
Got it.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm going to, of course, be nice here and say, Alcove, you still get out. I mean, you take a hit on the head, but you get out in time. And you sort of turn back as you're running to the car. And you're just wondering, why did the C9 go off?
Why did I suddenly grow pain?
I have no idea. But you're sort of looking at each other like, why did the C9 go off? What? That shouldn't have happened, kind of a thing. And as this is coming to a close, you get a little message on your agents that says that the 40 kilos will no longer be necessary, but 7,000 extra EB has been deposited in each of your accounts.
Wow.
Wow.
7,000? Okay.
But yeah, that's where we're going to end session 1.
Ooh.
So yeah, what did you guys think?
That was super
A
fun.
lot of
Amazing.
fun.
I love it. Yeah.
Gosh. Okay,
Cool.
gear plus 7,000
Hey.
EB. EB or is it EBB?
EB 1B.
Okay, 1B.
And then we get on the car, and then I immediately step on the gas and get us out of
Do
there.
another sick drift out of there.
Another
Oh.
sweet drift sesh.
How much do we have now? It is
17, or you have 17,000 by my count.
I got
17,000.
18,000.
Oh yeah, 18 if you didn't spend any.
Right.
okay.
Mhm.
I have 17,990.
And we also
That's
have
right.
45 kilos of Emerald City.
You do. I'm sure that
Yes.
won't come up at all. It's almost like I planned this. All right, let me actually make a few notes here on stream. That way, in case I have to go back and listen to this, I have it there. So, Yuma, you got 3 numbers, correct?
3 numbers and 1 name.
3 numbers and 1
Well,
name.
I guess I got 4 names.
Yeah, that
3.
Four
The
numbers
bartender just wrote her name on my stomach, which I guess is also still there.
I'm counting that as a number.
Oh, sure. Okay, nice.
All right, so Irie, you did 1 sick drift because I'm actually gonna do like statistics at the end of this. So 1 sick drift.
Hey.
Let's see. Case stole a hat with a data
And 1
chip.
dead bartender. Is the bartender alive? Did she roll like a save?
I
I
tell
guess
you what,
I guess we'll
I'll
find
roll
in
for
the
the
future.
bartender. I will be fair and I will roll for the bartender. She has a +4. Unfortunately, the bartender does not make it.
Damn it. No, Julia. She had such a promising solo career ahead of her.
Wow.
And then Rampo, let me see. Rampo, I'm going to count how many times I saw the AK on screen. So I think I caught you twice.
I only caught it once.
I did nothing.
Right. All right. Well, YouTube, this is where I say bye to you, but Twitch, stick around a little bit longer because we're going to find someone to raid. So see you later,
Yay.
YouTube.
Ah, yeah.